Hey everybody, MVP here. It's Friday evening, the 2nd of September. Going to be tied up over the weekend. We're going to go visit some friends. So just going to give you a quick update of the week, see how it went. A quick update on the three duck Corrie, or the triple Corrie, whatever you want to call it. And that'll be it. And then I'm back in business again next Monday. So, Friday evening, just a quick rehab, or just a quick recap there. FXcorrelator.com, you can see in front of you, that's me, that's my site, very simple. If you go there, click on these tabs, you get an update of who I am, what I do, and just some free links and systems. Training being offered in 2017. If you want to contact me, fxcorrelator@gmail.com. And that's pretty much it. I offer, obviously, I post regularly at Forex Factory and Trade to Win. And more recently, I just fired up my Twitter account as well. Just have a quick look at that. And just a quick recap, there it is, FX Correlator at FX Correlator. I did experiment with this a while back, but I was too busy. So I'm firing that up again now. The odd comment here and there, all the information here. So if you want to go there and kind of link to me or follow me or whatever, there's a few comments there through the last few days. So yeah, that's me there as well. Okay, let's talk about the week as it's now rolling up or folding up. Go to that next. Okay, you're pretty familiar with this now. This is a kind of customized FX correlator. It looks at real-time pricing, and you can set it to 0. So I'm going to drag it there to the 29th, going into the 29th. You see instantly everything expands there, and this is really the last 5 days. As you can see, we're closing out on Friday afternoon now. We're into like 6-7 o'clock now. So just want to see where we are. 2 lines top and bottom here give you an idea of where the market's ranged to, and I'll just give you a very quick update here on where we've done this week. As usual, the week has expanded gradually through the week, volatility increasing through the week, and you can see where we are. I'm not going to go through each day, but as you can see, really, in terms of what's happened this week, where are we big? Well, first couple of days of the week, things kept fairly narrow. I mean, we're probably no more than 50 or 60 pips here either side, so we've got a 100 pip range really on anything there. Moving through, yellow yen did pretty well early Monday. The story here, can't see it that well, but there's the orange Aussie dollar and the turquoise New Zealand dollar doing very well early Monday, and they kept coming on through into Tuesday as well. Here's the greenback, started to come through very nicely bull on Tuesday, and really down here we had a few things moving around. Red sterling there got weak for a while, but the real breakout again came from yen. You see here yen coming down. Yen now came out Monday, went back in, came pretty much up to 0 there, then retraced and resold off again, and we're now down at the 70s 80s here. So yen already showing weakness for the week, and if you were selling yen into, well, you could have been buying US dollar, the 2 Aussie currencies, and even later on into early US session, sterling was a nice buy. Okay, into Wednesday continued to expand out. Now we can see here New Zealand dollars had a great run. It's already 100 pips up now for the week. The yen now is 130 pips down for the week by Wednesday. And by about Wednesday, this is when generally in the markets you start to see whether something is going to continue to extend or whether we start to see some consolidation, i.e. prices start to come back in, currencies that you've been either buying start to retrace back, currencies you've been selling start to come back, and that's when you start to ask the questions by about Wednesday. And what did happen? Well, you can see here that interesting times on Thursday, which is here now. We're Thursday. It's Thursday, guys, just to show you here. So we're coming into Thursday here. New Zealand dollar still going strong. Sterling by now was starting to pick up. Sterling was getting up ahead of steam, and I remember I was definitely scalping early Thursday. My session, I was definitely on the sterling, and everyone was rewarded. There was a good PMI announcement about manufacturing in the UK. Things were going well despite Brexit. It's bounced back, and that was a great thing, and I think that picked up about 100 pips on that move. What's that, about 88 to 189? So there's a 100 pip move there. If you were on it, great. If you weren't, well, not so bad. A zero-sum game in the G8 currency market, guys. So whatever is doing very strongly means that other currencies are weakening. And if you want to have a look down here, but you can see that the yen really took the brunt here. Yen has had a bad week, guys. It's down to 200 pips off now. So you would have been pretty unlucky to have lost money selling yen through this period against most currencies there. So yen was a surefire sell most of the way through the week. So while sterling was doing well into early well, it was doing well through the London session, and then even better into the US session. By now we got up to 230s, 240s. Wow, what a great run of play on Thursday there. Selling off yen. Everything else was really moving around. Again, I haven't isolated this to show you what actually happened from early Thursday, but rest assured, you were definitely just either buying sterling and selling yen. That was the name of the game. We came here later. Let me just roll this. This is roughly now from here, roughly into the US session. Things flattened off, and there's a lot of flattening off. As you can see, most things went almost into zero eyes there. Only sterling really came back inevitably. People starting to take some profits here. Can you see here though what happened is we came back here to this kind of line, and interestingly you can see here pretty much a support resistance line here through the rest of the week, and actually through today pretty much. Can you see how the tests were there? You can bring that down, but you can even see the test levels there. You see it? So that became a support resistance level for sterling. I thought sterling would sell off more today, I've got to be honest. I thought that anybody that was making money through this period Thursday would start to close out, and they still might. You can see here that the price has come back up, but it's certainly not going to get to the 250s, is it? So we could still easily see a sell-off late US session as people take profits, okay? Because they will have been buying sterling against most things here. So that was there. Into Friday today, indeed. As you can see here, I'm just going to pull this back. I can't really find a support resistance level. You can see through the late US, early Asian session here, you can see this support, well, actually a resistance line here. See this, the yen doesn't make it above here, does it? It's always a bit of a signal. Fairly tight range there. I can tighten that if you want. No more than 20 or 30, well, perhaps 30 pips, 20-30 pips there. 20-30 pip range, and then off she comes down into very early London, and off we go, selling all through today. Again, I had to eat my words a bit. I figured that the break would be here, would be upwards. I figured again, people that have made money selling yen all through the week. I mean, you're talking here about potentially well, you know, you're 150 pips up if you're selling yen, but if you add that to whatever you've bought it against, you could be pushing the 200 pip mark there. I really expected people to start coming off, reversing their trades and starting to buy close out trades and buy yen, but it hasn't happened yet. Perhaps it might into the back end of the week, but back end of the session today. But we're now down at 270s, 280s. Wow, what a week. If you got early on sterling and early on yen and bought the GJ, wow, been a good week. You'd be a lot of pips up depending on how much you'd set as your stop. Take my hat off to you. Great trading, guys. The other stuff now, I mean, you can see that really a lot of currencies are quite disappointing, the rest of them. Bring this back down. So after 5 days of solid 24/7 trading, here we are with 5 of the G8 back inside plus or minus 40, in fact. So that's quite unusual. I suppose it just shows the divergence of the two big players. Sterling and yen do tend to be the big swingers on the G8, in my opinion. I think CAD also generally can move well, and it has again. See CAD, although CAD's come back in. So that's pretty much the week, guys. I hope you did okay. Now going to have a quick look at the 3 duck Cori. Again, that's offered for free, as you know. If you go to my website, you'll find that. Let's have a quick look at that, how we did. Okay, here's a 3 duck Cori, very simple. Okay, 5-minute time frames, 60-minute, 1 hour time frame, 240, 4-hour time frame. Each of these are set to the 60 moving average. The average, the arrow tells you whether it's above or below the line. So therefore, whenever you see something that is showing triple arrows in the same direction, that means that currency is on fire. It means it's the currency you should be tending to trade into and get involved with, definitely as a seller or buyer. I'm just looking through here. As you can see here, we haven't really got that much alignment. The only alignment I can see is this one. That's the dark blue euro, and as you can see, all three lines are aligned. So looking down here, you see blue euro here. Here she blows. That means that it's below the line on all three time frames, and come back here. In fact, I'm just going to stretch that out a bit. Came back around here. That was quite early this morning. That was probably no more than 7-8 o'clock this morning. So the euro has been a sell all the way through. See, it comes back, comes out again, as all markets cycle, even our currency cycle, and it's doing quite well again. Okay, so it's been a good day for selling the euro today. The three ducks would have been selling the euro. Do you want to see roughly where that signal has been? All you do is, this is on the 5, by the way. So this is showing the 60 moving average on the 5. I'm going to click up to the 4 hour, and let's have a look and see. You can see the euro. Well, the euro has been really moving along the zero line, but it has come out again. So really, that did happen today. I must admit, this is fairly flat line. I don't get too involved with stuff like this. I tend to look for currencies that have got a good divergence on them in these higher time frames. So the euro is a little bit marginal for me personally. It's not yet really got into its stride as a sell, but however, it is being shown as a sell there. Just come back to the 1 hour and see when it came down. We're now flicking to 1 hour, and again, yeah, I mean, it really is marginal. It was yesterday, it was a buy, and again today. So most things didn't happen. So everything happened this morning. That's very flat. That means the euro is pretty flat. Not really something I'd chase, but again, it's up to you guys. But it is now establishing itself as a triple sell. Let me give you more of an idea of where I do see things that are more interesting. Let's stay on this. Let's go up to the 4 hour again. So we're back on the 4 hour. See in the top right there, 4 hour here. If ever you wanted to know a currency that is selling at the moment, here we go. Here's the yen. Look at this. This is the 4 hour. This is since we came through here back. You can't see that 24th of August. It came sell, and it's been a sell ever since. The three duck would have been telling you whenever the opportunity was there, sell the yen. Okay. Let's go to the 1 hour, see what we've been up to on that particular currency. And as you can see there, I'm just going to make it a little bit tighter. Sorry guys, a little bit messy there. And we're going back to, again, the 24th. There's the 1 hour below. It hasn't been above on the 1 hour either since last week. Okay, you can see the variations. Even on a 60 moving average, you can see where it's moving up and down. But you know full well that when you're looking at the 5 minute, which is almost like the trigger time frame to detect the 3 arrows, you know really that you need to see this starting to turn down and diverge each time to get into sell. So around these points, this is where it would have been selling again. So sure as eggs are eggs. I'm just going to move this up to the 5 minute now. We are back on the 5 minute any second. Here we go, 5 minute. And what's been happening today? Well, a little bit messy in there. Where we are, so very messy early on today. Look at this. That's very messy. Later on this morning, late London, there would have been a lot of trouble. I feel sorry for you if you were trying to make money. I kind of finished this morning's session as usual around about 8:15, and I was working then. But God, this is a mess. Look at it. It's like Piccadilly Circus there, with currencies trying to move up and down. So you would have been getting a lot of chop up here on your 5 minute, but that's the market. The yen came down around the 10-11 o'clock British summertime. Still by lunchtime, 11-12 o'clock here, it didn't really, this is probably US Opens around here, it didn't really come down here until established itself a bit more until 1-2 o'clock this afternoon, and then it comes down. So really very tricky. But you have got up here, yep, you have got a yen sell now. So yen would be a sell, and you would be looking to sell that into other currencies. Just going to go back to today, to the other chart, just to show you what's been on. And as you can see, I'm just going to wind that. This is what we were talking about. Can you see how? I'm going to try and work this, but it's a little bit difficult. Sorry, guys, but this area, this here was what was going on this afternoon, and as you can see, this is on a 60 moving average. So all of this signal here was really happening around here. So it just goes to show the fact that yen was a sell, and although it doesn't show on here, what it's indicating is that yen was very much a sell across about 3 time frames. And obviously, regarding the week itself, you can see that on the week that we've already talked about, you can see that definitely all this week it was a sell. So it was laying into the sell all the time. So just wanted to show you that. So sorry, back to the action. So yen's been a sell. So really we've got 2 currencies that were more focused on selling. So what you'd have been doing this week, or especially today, because we haven't got anything here primarily that's flagging up as a triple buy, you'd be just looking for the best signals that were happening on this lower time frame. Okay, so as you came down here into the sell, well, there's really only 2 or 3 currencies. Now that isn't really ideal for scalping, so you'd have to step back a bit, push the spread out a bit in the stop loss. But yeah, obviously buying sterling, which we know has been a good buy today, and CAD. So around early lunchtime, as you came in, that was where you would have played those currencies. Obviously, we also said that Euro's been a sell, so probably the EG sell would have been good, selling against its stable mate in Europe, sterling. So that would have been the action today. Okay, this is MVP signing off until we speak again next week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself, and for anyone watching from the US, have a great Labor Day weekend. And I'll catch up with you guys next week. All the best. Cheers. Bye.